Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to simplify your iPhone 13 in order to set it up for a senior person. You can simplify the user interface and make it much more intuitive for a senior person. In order to do it, just go to the settings and in settings go to accessibility. Then scroll all the way down until you see assistive access. Now I'm gonna just scroll down to reset it because I have it set up earlier. And now I'm gonna click on set up assistive access. Now let's click on continue. Then it'll show you that the iPhone is associated with your Apple account. You can click on change Apple account in order to log into a different one, or you can just click on continue. That's what I'm gonna do. Then you can change the appearance, so you can set it to rows or grid. I'm gonna set it to rows, but it just depends on you. The grid will make the icons bigger than the text, and the rows will make the text bigger than the icons. Then let's click on continue, and now you can select the apps that you want to allow access for in the assistive access. So the first 6 apps are the apps that are optimized for assistive access, so they will have different features and different user interface than standard iPhone apps. But the next ones are just like not optimized, just standard apps without optimization. So I'm gonna enable a few of these assistive access ones, then maybe one of the more apps. Let's enable calls first of all. So here you can choose who to receive calls from and who to make calls to. I'm gonna set it to anyone, but I suggest you setting it to contacts or favorites. If you set it to anyone, then the person may receive calls from unknown numbers, and that may make the person more exposed to scammers, because scammers may call them and the call will be received. So I suggest you putting it on contacts, but I'm gonna set it to anyone just to show you more functionality. You can also click on select contact to select contacts that will be favorites, and they will be easily accessible from the calls app without searching for them in the contacts list. You can also enable or disable in-call options like keypad and speaker. I would not suggest enabling the keypad, but I'm gonna enable it just to show you. Also the speaker I'm gonna enable as well. That's a good option for some people. Then let's click on continue, and now let's enable the camera. Here you can choose which modes will be available in the camera app. I'm gonna just enable all of them, but you can only enable 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. Then I'm gonna also enable magnifier, and maybe let's enable messages. In messages, you also have the option to set it up who to receive messages from. So I'm gonna set it to anyone, but I also suggest you setting it on contacts only, or even only on favorites. You can also select contacts that will be your favorites. You can enable or disable tap to hear message in messages. And you can also enable or disable conversation details, but I'm gonna disable that because it includes dates, delivery status and read receipts, and I don't think it's quite needed in my case. Then you can also choose message input, keyboard, video, selfie or emoji. So I'm gonna enable all of those, but you can select the ones that you find important. Just you need to know that the keyboard will not be optimized. It will just be a standard keyboard. So for some people it may be quite difficult to use the keyboard, so you may want to disable it and leave the video, selfie and emoji. Then let's click on continue. Now I'm gonna also enable music. here you can select the playlist that will be available. So I'm gonna enable the favorite songs playlist, then click on continue. Now you can also enable photos. I'm not gonna enable them, but they will work just so you can see the grid of the photos. You can click on the photo to view it, then you'll have a back button, and this will be basically it, without any unimportant features. Unimportant, I mean some features that may be too confusing. Then let's enable like any app. I'm gonna maybe enable the let's enable anything. Like, I would suggest you enabling calculator or calendar or clock. Oh yes, let's enable clock. That's a good idea because you can set alarms here, etc. And this is a app which is not optimized, so it will look like a standard iPhone app, but will have some elements bigger and will have a big back button at the bottom, and this is all it will have. So I'm gonna disallow location and click on continue. Now I'm gonna click on continue. You can also allow more apps depending on which you need. Then it says that using assistive access will, to open the emergency services, you'll need to triple click on the side button right here. Notifications will appear as badges. Here's some privacy information. You can also click on learn more about assistive access to actually learn more. Then I'm gonna click on continue. Now it says that Face ID is active and passcode is set. So that means that I'll be able to unlock the iPhone with Face ID and the passcode. You can also click on change security settings to disable Face ID or disable the passcode. If you disable the passcode, then the phone will be kind of easier to unlock, but I honestly wouldn't recommend that because that will let other people just access the phone easily without the passcode, so I'm not gonna disable it. I'm gonna leave Face ID and passcode. Let's click on continue. Now you need to set assistive access passcode, and it is a different passcode than the phone passcode, so I would suggest you setting it to something complex. So I will set it to something simple, but you should set it to something complex and different than the phone passcode, because you don't want, most probably, you don't want that person to accidentally exit the assistive access, because the passcode will be needed in order to exit the assistive access, and if they accidentally exit it, then they may get confused with the standard phone UI. Then you can also set recovery Apple account, which will help you if you forget your assistive access passcode, but I'm gonna click on now because I have the passcode recorded on camera. Then it says that to exit the assistive access, you'll need to triple click on the side button. Let's click on continue. Now you can click on start using assistive access or enter later. I'm gonna start using assistive access now. Now I need to enter the passcode for assistive access. Now let's wait a short while. And you can see I am in the app. In the assistive access. Here are all of the apps that I've enabled. Let's go to calls. In the calls, if you have favorite contacts set, they will be displayed at the top as separate tiles. Then you have the recents, which I'm not gonna open for now. Then also you have the contacts, and you'll see the contacts in here, and the keypad. So if you disabled calling to anyone feature, then you will not have the keypad, and if you disabled contacts and set only favorites, then you will not have the contacts as well. You'll only see the favorites at the top. So let's go to the keypad now. And now I'm gonna enter the phone number which I'm gonna call just in a moment. So let's call someone. You can see it all has these big buttons, so it's pretty easy to navigate through. I'm gonna click on the call button. Then on my other phone I've received a call, so I'm gonna quickly accept it, and you can see this is how it looks within the call. If you have the keypad enabled, you can open it to type in something with the keypad. Here you can turn the speaker on or off, and here you can end the call. To end the call, click on that, then click on that again, but on the top. And now I'm gonna click on back. You can see these buttons are pretty intuitive. Then let's go to the camera, and in the camera you can see the photo, selfie, video, selfie. These are the modes that I have enabled. I'm gonna take a standard photo. Let's take a photo of this plant. Then it will be shown in the gallery, which I have disabled, but you will see it in the gallery for sure. Then let's go to the magnifier. Here it's also pretty intuitive. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can zoom in quite a lot to read some text that is just too small to read with a naked eye. Then you can go to messages. Here you'll see recents and contacts. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna go to recents bar of the camera. You can see this is how the recents look. I'm gonna click on that, and now I can send a message. So I can use the keyboard, video, selfie, or emoji. Actually, let's see all of them. So the keyboard, you can see, is unoptimized. Then I'm gonna click on back, click on new message. Video selfie looks like this. I'm gonna record it in a moment. Then there's also emoji. There are big emojis, so the person can just quickly answer without needing to type in the text. They can just select the emoji that they think is appropriate. So I'm gonna select video selfie and record something. Hi, how's it going? Now you can play the video. Hi, how's it going? You can also click on send in order to send it, and then the other person will receive it on their phone. So let's see if I've received it. Yes, I have. You can see it's here. Hi, how's it going? And this is how the messages work. So let's go back now. Then there is also music. Here I can see all the music that I have here, and I can just click on play or select a certain track that I want to play. Let's go back now. And then there is clock, which is an unoptimized app. So it looks like a standard iPhone app, just like that, as you can see. And it just like has this big back button, and this is mainly the change that it's here. Now let's see how to unlock the phone. So to do it, I'm gonna lock it, and to unlock it you need to click on open, then type in the password, or just unlock it with your Face ID, then click on open. Sometimes I don't know like what's the reason for that, but sometimes you need to you'll have 3 times you'll need to click on tap 3 times, so you'll need to tap here, then here, then here, and it'll unlock it, but it will be shown on the screen, so it'll be easy to navigate through. I'm gonna unlock it with Face ID. Okay. And now let's triple click on the side button. And here I have settings, emergency, and exit assistive access. Let's go to settings to change the font size. I'm gonna enter the assistive access passcode. Now in the text size, I'm gonna increase it to, let's say, 310%, which is the maximum. You can also enable or disable airplane mode and enable or disable dark mode. I'm gonna disable it just to show you how it looks without the dark mode. You can also change the volume and the brightness of the screen, and you can click on shutdown to shut down the phone. I'm gonna click on back, then click on back, and you can see this is how it looks with the bigger font and with the light mode. And the font is across all of the apps, so as you can see here. Also in the clock it is kind of bigger, so even if an app is unoptimized, then if you change the font it will show you the it will show it with the bigger font, as you can see. And now let's triple click to exit the assistive access mode. Just click on exit assistive access. Now enter the assistive access passcode in order to exit, and it will exit it. And this was everything in assistive access. Also, I'm gonna show you how to bring the phone down, the font down, because after exiting assistive access, the font size will stay. So I'm gonna show you how to just change it back. So let's unlock my phone. Now let's go to settings, and now I'm gonna scroll down until you see the display and brightness, then go to text size, and you can turn it down. I like it really low, so I'm gonna put it here, and it's adjusted. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.